now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Qualifying has ended. We're already into heat racing action. Got to thank everyone for tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook Live. I'm Todd Stanton. Alongside of me, well, he's pushing the controls. That's Jack Truentown there. Phil is off in no man's land, watching the Cowboys versus the Patriots. Not sure the score of that game right now, but we'll look into that sooner or later. But starting on the pole here for heat race number 1 will be the number 61 machine. That is Josh Peacock. His dancing brother outside driving the number 16 machine. That will be David Blackberg. Starting third will be the number 12. That is the Voodoo Child. That's Eric Eichstead in the BladeNode.com number 12 machine. And outside of him, the number 21 of Jim Revis. Inside row number 3, that'll be the number 88 of Kevin Prettyman. And Caleb Rife aboard the number 32, rolling off in position number 32. Position number 6, number 32. Position number 32. Man, still hung over from the Gobbler on Thursday night. What a great race we had here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank everybody for tuning into that. Getting above our 5,000 followers now. Above 5,000 followers. Thank you to every race fan out there. Thank you to the sponsors that treat us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We got to really thank you guys. I mean, it's it. Without you guys, all of you guys combined, we wouldn't be here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So USA International Speedway tonight, we're going to be locked and loaded here for the Pro Late Models. Then we go to the BladeNode.com Sunday Night Shootout Series for the street stocks. And that's always been a great affair here. Usually great racing going on here. So as we get ready to rock and roll here out of turn number 4, iRacing iFlag, great flags in the air. And Josh Peacock, the Bulletproof Motorsports FBRN JP Designs number 61, drives down into turn number 1. With the race lead, then you got BladeNode.com, number 12 of Eric Eichstead, the Team Dirt Warrior, number 16 of David Blackberg running in that 3rd spot. Kevin Prettyman running 4th there as he started in the 5th spot, so moved up 1 position already around the 21 of Jim Revis as Peacock leads lap number 1 of 10 here. So we got 9 laps remaining here at the USA International Raceway, and I tell you, that 61 on fire here as he enters the back straightaway, starting to pull away from the number 12 of Eric Eichstead. Got a little bit of the hiccups here. Tried to inhale my food, and there's a new meaning for inhaling my food, trust me. I inhaled it, got everything to go. Luckily, Jack was already ready, locked and loaded here to go for this because he knows how I am, especially at the 6:15 time marker for some reason here as of the last 3 weeks. But he got it going here, able to push the controls for me tonight as the 61 of Peacock. Still leading this event through the number 12 of Eric Eichstead running in that 2nd spot. Here comes Blackberg down to the inside there. He's starting to challenge his teammate there for the 2nd spot as they dive off down into turn number 1. Watching Peacock hit the bottom apron port of the Speedway, and he bounces up there with the left front of that number 61 machine. Kevin Prettyman running a solid 4th spot. Then you got Jim Revis in 5th and Caleb Rife aboard the number 32 machine running in 6th there. Just kind of looks like he's trying to get the hang of these Pro Late models. Definitely a different piece to handle. The street stocks, I say, a little bit easier to handle these things. I have such a time trying to get these around the track, especially a track like USA. Not one of my favorite tracks. A lot of good racing going on here, but I wrecked an awful lot on this track. So Josh Peacock continues to lead here as we are now halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go for the number 61 machine. Eric Eichstead starting to close the gap, though. Down to .500 was 5.16. Now Eric Eichstead starting to tune it up just a little bit there in the middle portion as he's starting to run down Josh Peacock. Peacock drifts up the track, can't keep it down to the bottom there. And then number 61 machine has 4 laps remain as these guys are going around lightning quick here. 22-second laps there as Josh Peacock really is a lot slower that time by 22.006 to Eichsted's 21.829. So again, Eichstead on a mission here trying to track down Josh Peacock. Maybe Peacock just made a little bit of a mistake there, but able to get through 3 and 4 rather good. And then number 61 machine is 3 laps remain here on the first straightaway to turn 1. Blackberg still looking over the number 12 of Eric Eichstead, not really letting him get away that much. About 5 car lengths separate those 2 machines. As Blackberg waiting for a mistake from the number 12. I don't know if you're going to see a lot of mistakes there from Eric Eichstead, especially the heat race. He's normally really fast in the heat race, keeps it together here. And 2 laps remain as the popsicle sticks out over the field here. It is going to be Josh Peacock so far. 8 laps led of 10, so he's led every single lap here this evening in heat race number 1 as he comes down to the turn number 3. and dives off of turn and drives off of turn number 4, excuse me. And number 61 of Josh Peacock sees the white flag in hand. Is now the number 12 sitting there right in the wings, hopefully making some ground maybe on the back straightaway. I don't think he's going to have enough though. The BladeNo.com number 12 machine of Eric Eichstead looks like he's going to be happy with that second spot. But off a turn and number 4 picking up heat race number 1, going to belong to the 61 of Josh Peacock. Second going to go to Eric Eichstead. Third, David Blackbird, Kevin Prettyman for 4th, Jim Revis for 5th, and Caleb Reif is a 32 machine going to finish up 6th. Like I said, just looking here, heat race number 2 getting ready to come to post already rather quickly here this evening. Starting on the pole, driving the number 73 machine, that will be Stephen Moore. Dancing for the outside, that's Raging Ron Piles aboard the number 68 machine. Inside row at number 2 in the 3rd starting spot. That's the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Moyer in the number 11. And the Hammer, the number 25 of Henry Jones, rolling off in position number 4. 5th starting spot belongs to the 119 of Corey Stansel. Doesn't look like Terry Joyner going to make the call, though. And that's 7-11 machine. So we called for 6. We only have 5 cars out there here for heat race number 2. Car made a last minute drive to the Speedway. Ron Piles in that number 68 machine. So we'll see what he has. He's qualified 4th right out of the box here. So definitely see how fast Raging Ron going to be here this evening in the late models. The pro late models, I should say. 5 cars in this heat race. Everybody transfers on. 11 cars only making the show here, or 11 cars only able to make the tow here tonight. Again, just a reminder, Sunday Night Shootout coming out here on the Full Velocity Racing Network in just a little bit. We'll see everybody throw down in the Dirt 3 stocks here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. As heat race number 2 getting ready to roll off the grid here, as I had to take a minute there to run to the bathroom there, as I had to relieve myself. The high race guy flag, green flag is out, as had to run. I didn't know if I was going to make it back in time, but we made it back in time here as Stephen Moore got the green flag off a turn at number 4. The number 73 machine setting sail here, and definitely a fast car here this evening. Ron Piles running in that 2nd spot there. And the number 68 machine is going to be 3rd is the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Nice looking pace scheme. I've always been a fan of the green and black pace schemes, and he's got a little bit of purple there mixed onto that. I'm kind of a fan of that. But I like Ron Piles' car too, the camouflage there, so they can't see him out there. Yeah, I only see a little bit of the car. I think I see blue wheels and maybe even black. I don't see anything. Guess that's pretty good camouflage out there. As Stephen Moore continues to lead this one here. Already 1 lap in the books, 2 laps in the books now for the 73 machine. Ron Piles right there, nipping at his heels. So is Kyle Moyer right there in that 3rd spot. So again, Ron Piles right there, not letting the 73 of Stephen Moore to get away. The 11 of Kyle Moyer still running in that 3rd spot. 4th is still Henry Jones, the Hammer. And that number 25 machine, then the 119 of Corey Stansel running in that 5th spot. So Stansel and the Hammer are doing a pretty good job there, holding on to 4th and 5th respectively, as these guys have gotten pretty good, but I would say pretty good here throughout the season, gotten a lot better throughout the season here. Between the 25 and the 119, I've seen their driving improve, and they're definitely getting faster week in and week out. But Steve Moore has got a rear view mirror full of the number 68 of Ron Piles, Raging Ron, and that number 68 machine trying to track him down here He looks down to the inside as this Moore machine drifts up the track just a tad, but Ron Piles looks like he developed a push just a tad off of turn number 4. That's going to allow the 73 to get it back going, but about half a car length separating those two for the battle here. The number 11, Kyle Moyer, running in that third spot. Fourth is still Henry Jones, a ways back there. But the battle we're going to stick with is the number 73 and the 68 and the 11 right there, who is closing in, trying to move up to the top shelf of the Speedway. 4 laps remain. Moore really starting to distance himself just a little bit as they went down the back straightaway. It looked like he had a ton of motor over the 68 of Ron Piles. Moyer right there now, looking high, looking low. He's looking to try to set up the number 68 of Ron Piles, as now he gives a little bit of a bump there, a tap to the 68, and letting him know that he's a little bit faster directly behind him. He's telling Ron Piles to get going. Here as they go down the back straightaway here to turn at number 3. It is the number 73 of Stephen Moore leading the charge off a turn at number 4 for the Popsicle Sticks in the air. 2 more trips around the USA International Speedway. I just looked at the chat box, so thank you, Jeff, for that comedy there. As they come off turn number 4, the 73 of Stephen Moore. Right now, your race leader, but Ron Piles right there knocking on the door still. So is it 11 of Moyer. We'll see what's going to happen as they unfold down the back straightaway. Does Piles have one more shot left in him here as they come down into turn number 3 for the final time? The 73 slings her in pretty deep there, but the 68 Ron Piles closes the gap, but it's not going to be enough. The 73 of Stephen Moore going to take down the win. Second going to go to Ron Piles, Kyle Moyer for 3. Fourth, Henry Jones, and Corey Stansel running in the 5th spot, going to finish up there. So that's going to complete all the heat races. We're going to lock and load right in directly into the A main here tonight. Like I said, the A main going to be 40 laps, the distance here. 11 cars out there. Hopefully, maybe we'll see Terry Joyner join us here. He was another guy that did not make the call here. So we'll see if the 7-Eleven is going to actually roll off out onto the Speedway, or if he decided to be on the trailer here for the rest of the evening. But the heat races were fantastic. But the starting grid here for the feature coming your way now. Starting on the pole, driving the number 61 machine, is Josh Peacock. Outside of him will be the number 73 of Stephen Moore. Inside row at number 2, that's the Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstead, and the BladeNote.com number 12 machine. And rolling off in position, the number 4, the number 68 of Raging Ron Piles. Inside row number 3, that's the number 16 of David Blackburg. Outside of him, the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Inside row number 4, in the 7th starting position, that's the number 88 machine of Kevin Prettyman and Henry Jones, the Hammer. Rolling off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be the evil one himself, the number 21 of Jim Revis, and Corey Stansel aboard the 119. Rolling off in position number 10. 11th starting position, the number 32 of Caleb Reif, and outside of him, the number 711 of Terry Joyner. We called for 12 cars, 11 cars making the grid. Terry Joyner electing not to start this race here in the Pro Late Models. Hopefully we'll see him here in the 3 stocks here at the USA International Speedway. Those cars down on the infield. We get ready to send these guys on their way next time by for the 40-lap A main feature at USA. We'll see if who's going to take down the victory. Josh Peacock, talked to him earlier. He's looking to try to double down here tonight. One of his better tracks, he says. That number 61, we'll see if he's able to double it down. Eric Eichstead was fast. Ron Piles came into the fray a little bit late, but he thinks he has something for these guys. Don't count out any of these drivers, I should say. Stephen Moore is fast. Bulletproof Motorsports number 73 machine. We'll see who's going to actually take this down here at USA International Speedway. So the iRacing high flag, green flag comes out. The loud pedal is down. They storm off down into turn number 1 with the 61 of Josh Peacock leading the charge. Second right now, the 73 of Stephen Moore. Third is the 12 of Eric Eichstead. Fourth, there's a good battle going between Blackburg and Ron Piles. Piles was stuck up on the top shelf of the Speedway. slipping back just a tad bit into the clutches of the number 16 of David Blackburn. Blackburn trying to slam the door shut, now going after his teammate as he enters the front straightaway. So Eric Eichstadt running in third and trying to pull away now, and he does so over the 16 of David Blackburn. Here comes Kyle Moyer around Raging Ron. Ron, something going amiss maybe on the 68 machine, or just trying to get it going, trying to get into a rhythm there as he peeks back down to the bottom to try to get around Moyer here. It's a battle for the 5th spot as they keep going back and forth here. The 88 of Kevin Prettyman now running in 7th. 8th is, or 6th, excuse me. 7th is the number 25 of Henry Jones. 8th is the number 21 of Jim Revis as these guys keep going. Caleb Rife down on pit road. That's the car I see. Looks like Corey Stansel not coming back out either. He pulls it down into the pit area, but it's Josh Peacock here leading the charge down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. He's got quite the lead, 1.533 already over Stephen Moore. He's laying waste to the rest of the field. It's the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt still running in that 3rd spot. 4th is David Blackburn, and the number 16 machine as he's got about 5 car lengths in between himself and the 11 of Kyle Moyer. Again, those two Team Dirt Warrior Racing guys, as those guys fight it out, duke it out, but it doesn't look like Moyer has anything for him here early on in the going, at least. As the field wears off, I think you'll see some of these guys get faster and faster each lap. But the number 12 now of Eric Eichstadt's peaked down to the bottom there, playing a little bit of peekaboo with the number 73 of Stephen Moore. Moore's able to slam the door shut, though, and get a little bit of a lead, but it gets a little bit loose off the corner, does that 73 machine. And that allows the 12 of Eric Eichstadt to maybe close into the corner as he dives off down here into turn number 3. And look at the corner run. Now he gets a little bit of contact there with Moore. You can tell the 12 of Eric Eichstadt definitely faster through 3 and 4. We'll see if he can continue on with that. So as we're watching everybody go side by side here for the 2nd spot, I should say, not everybody, but the 2nd spot. So number 12 of Eric Eichstadt keeps peeking back down to the bottom. We know you guys got to have a favorite out there. Let us know who you think's going to take down the victory here in the late models. Right now, it looks like Josh Peacock is in his own area code right now. So 1.833 second advantage over the 73 of Stephen Moore, which is his teammate. 3rd still the number 12 machine of Eric Eichstadt. Eichstadt still trying to get around the 73 of Moore so he can have a shot at Peacock. So far, his racing has not gone the way it has wanted it to be. So here now, a solid 3rd place finishing spot if he stays right there. So again, Eric trying to, I believe, try to turn his world a little bit on the right side here finally, as he's had a lot of struggles here throughout the season. It's good to see him getting podium finishes there towards the end of it, and that's what you want to see, especially ride that momentum into the next seasons here coming up. Let's talk about next seasons here on DWRL. Wednesday Night Street Fights is actually going to be around here again next season. We've already locked and loaded them. Sponsorship's been secured, and we'll divulge that on the website first, and then we'll announce it. And then again, BladeNode.com, the Sunday Night Shootout Series book will be coming back. The late models will be taking a hiatus for a little bit, so 2 big series is still with DWRL. Late models taking a hiatus as of now. It looks like the BladeNode.com Sunday Night Shootout going to move an hour earlier ahead of time. That'll be 12 races, and again, 10 races only for the Wednesday Night Street Fights because of Christmas and New Year's coming up. Those guys elected to take some time, and you got to take some time and spend it with your family out there. So that's what they did. So we're going to have 10 weeks of racing there with the Wednesday Night Street Fights. So they continue to race here for that 2nd spot. Pretty much the only battle out there on the Speedway as Josh Peacock, 2.199 second advantage over Eric Eichstadt. Kind of sneaking up the show, if you would think, there in that 61 machine. I know he's rivaled. I know he's shook up about a couple of different things, and I know on a personal level, so I won't announce that. But I know that he does feel that he should have been interviewed a little bit more at a certain broadcast a little bit ago. So, again, the 61 machine of Josh Peacock, using that for his advantage. You're going to see him with his momentum here tonight and definitely on rails in that number 61 machine as he comes down the front straightaway here to complete lap number 15. Trying to take a look here at the point standings, see if I can get those pulled up for at least on my end. Just looking at the point standings to see where everything has shooken out here for the point standings. As the race keeps going on, so far we've been clean and green. So we're going to take a look at the point standings. At least on my end, I'm going to take a look. As we take a look at the point standings, if I can ever get them up. So, who's leading the point standings? You don't have the point standings there, Jack. Jack's trying to figure out where the point standings are. He doesn't have the point standings, unfortunately, but I have them right here directly in front of me. I don't think they're necessarily. They might be. They might be the current point standings. I'm not 100% positive. Right now, your points leader in the Pro Late Model Series, Jason Salter with 207, Stephen Moore with 187, and second, Eric Eichstead with 181, and fourth is Kyle Moyer. Brett Roll's not here with us tonight. Is tied for the fourth spot in points. Josh Peacock is back there in fifth, technically sixth, and 167. Rick Gibson not here either. He was inside the top 10. Tyson Pankow with 148. Jim Revis with 130. And Kyle Surratt rounds out your top 10 in points here for the Pro Late model. So a lot of different things going on here. The only double winners here of the season, Brett Rolls. I believe is the only guy that's won double. Josh Peacock still. Again, Josh Peacock's won 3 this season. So between Josh Peacock and Rolls, those guys have won enough. Is the first yellow flag going to come out? The only reason why I've seen that when I'm looking at the point standings is the beautiful yellow that's flashing in my eyes. But the 61 of Josh Peacock going to roll down to a slow crawl here and let the whole field stack up behind him. And I'm going to tell you that's got to be an uncomfortable feeling there for Peacock, even though he seems like he has one of the faster cars here tonight. It just that whole lead has evaporated on him. Trying to figure out what the yellow flag was for? We're not sure.
No, it's one of those race cautions. Yeah, they threw an admin caution for competitive competition yellow.
So competition yellow coming out here is what they're saying here. Is I think you probably all heard Ron over the PA system, but competition yellow coming out there. The 68 Ron Piles out there navigating, normally up here in the booth with us, but navigating and trying to do a fantastic job out there in the number 68 machine. But a competition yellow coming out over the field for the halfway signal, so we're going to see this yellow flag, see what's going to happen. Here, after they restack the field, I don't know. I think Josh Peacock, after his race has closed in on him now, I should say the doors are closed in on him, the race competitors closed in on him. We'll see what's going to happen. Is it going to be a different story? What do you guys think out there in Facebook Live? Do you think this will be a different story here? Do you think the 73 can pull something out here, muster it? Or what about the 12 of Eric Eichstead? What about David Blackberger, Kyle Moyer, Ron Piles? Those 6 guys now closed right in on the back of them. So we'll see if they have anything for him in that number 61 machine. Bill is miserable, and we know why he is miserable. Because his team is playing the Patriots. We know. Like I said, I can't see the score because, yeah. Yeah, my Buffalo Bills won today. Hooray. 20-3 over the Denver Broncos. So that's the only game I really, truly care about. Although I'd like to see the Cowboys beat the Patriots. Oh, contact piles around the 68 machine. It looks like he went for a ride on top of Revis. We're going to have to see what happened there. That might not even been Revis there. I think it was a 25 machine. Let me just double check to make sure that's what it was. Yeah, it was a 25. The Hammer, Henry Jones. He went for a ride on top of him. I guess guess he wanted to save some fuel mileage. And Ron riding up on top there on the start of that one. Going to gather it back up, join the tail of the field. Not sure if he has a ton of damage. It looks like he has a little bit of damage. Maybe go down the pit road, get the little bit of service he may need. As we're going to be 15 laps remaining here. So this time, bye for Josh Peacock. We'll see if he's going to be able to hang on here to the race victory. Okay, so Jack is telling me the score. It's 10-6. 10-6 the Patriots. I believe the Patriots are driving and they're on the 20-yard line for anybody that's trying to keep track. But Bill thinks this whole game is scripted. It could be. Could be. They were on the 18-yard line. Well, they just got tackled for a loss, Jack. And I can see out the corner of my eye. Can see out the corner of my eye. Should be 13-6 here rather soon. Getting ready to cook a field goal, so. DWRL Chevy Silverado has the field in hand. Lights are extinguished, and now it goes 13-6 there, the Patriots. So it's Josh Peacock, Stephen Moore, Eric Eichstadt, David Blackburn, Kyle Moore, Kevin Prettyman, Henry Jones, Ron Piles. Then you got Jim Revis, and then Caleb Reif. And the number 32 machine is, I like to call him Riffy, but it's actually Reif. So Reif in the number 32, going to round out your 10 cars that are left out there on the speedway. Like I said, Stansel pulled it in early there, that number 119 machine. So the iRacing.com base truck pulls down in onto pit road. The iRacing flag, green flags in the air. The loud pedal is down. They drop the hammer down into turn number 1. It's the number 61 of Josh Peacock leading the charge. Here comes number 12 machine of Eric Eichstadt down to the bottom, trying to get around the 73 of Stephen Moore. Moore hanging on to the second spot for dear life. But here comes the number 12 battling back down to the inside. Slams, the door gets slammed shut though on Eric Eichstadt. He's going to have to settle for third across that start-finish line. Kevin Prettyman having a good race there too, and the number 88 machine, he looked down to the bottom of the 16 machine there for a moment, trying to get around Blackburn. So Prettyman having a decent race here this evening on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But off of turn number 4, Peacock continues to pull away once again here, and showing why he is the fastest car out there on the speedway time in and time again. Last time by 22.112. The next quickest time that I see up on the board is a 22.402. That's second place there, Stephen Moore. So that again shows you how fast the number 61 of Josh Peacock is here tonight. 10 more laps around the speedway here, the USA International Speedway that is. The 73 or more now fighting there, tooth and nail with the number 12, the BladeNote.com number 12 of Eric Eichstadt. Eichstadt keeps looking to the bottom. Doesn't look like he can get that forward bite though off the corner, and he's able to just hold on to that third spot. But Blackburn is waiting for one of those two to make a mistake, maybe pounce as he's running that fourth spot. He gets loose though in that number 16. He's going to have to gather it back up now. The Moyer machine, the number 11, now caught up to him. He peeks down to the bottom. Good battle for the fourth spot. So Josh Peacock continues to lead here through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. 8 more laps around the speedway. The JP Designs number 61 machine. If you're looking for a gray skid, get a hold of JP Designs right on their Facebook page. He's got a lot of great skids that he's produced. I should say paints, wraps, whatever you want to call them. He's had a ton of them go out here in the iRacing community. That the same way with Milner Productions too. Same thing. A lot of great skids out there. Those guys helping us out here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So as the green flag continues to still be out, is the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt. Now looks to the bottom of the 73 machine. Can't quite get by him. Stephen Moore able to slam the door shut once again. Eichstadt into the wall on the back straightaway. As Eichstadt just looks like he overdrove it a tad bit coming off a 2 and punches the wall just a tad bit. So 10 car lengths now between the 12 and the 73. Gives him a little bit of breathing room as the 61 of Peacock continues to pull away. So 5 laps remain here for Josh Peacock. 1.250 seconds ahead of Stephen Moore as he continues to pull away. Now it's not even Stephen Moore is able to just hold on there. Now Eric Eichsted's falling back into the clutches of the number 16 machine of David Blackberg. So Blackberg looking for a podium finish here as Peacock just setting sail, man. He's on a mission here this evening. We're going to see if he can be able to double it down here between the late models and the street stocks. Maybe we'll see Surratt come on over for the street stocks as they come down the back straightaway here for the 61 of Josh Peacock. And then you got Stephen Moore, Eric Eichstead, David Blackberg, Kyle Moore. Those are your top 5 as Blackberg right now keeps looking to the inside of Eric Eichstead, but he just can't get the job done here off the corner. Looks like Blackberg going to slow up just a tad bit as Blackberg may have had some contact, some issues there as he slows up back into the clutches. 11 to Kyle Moyer. A lot of teammates right there. 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all Team Dirt Warrior. 1st and 2nd is Bulletproof Motorsports as they come off a turn number 4. It's going to be Popsicle 6 in the air. 2 more trips around the speedway for Bulletproof Motorsports number 61 and Josh Peacock. So Josh Peacock here coming off a turn number 4. 1 more trip around the USA International Speedway. The JP Designs number 61 machine drives off into turn number 1. And off of turn number 2, hitting the back straightaway already. Here 1.550 ahead of Stephen Moore for the final time. Off into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4 he digs. He is going to take down the victory here in the DWR Pro Late Models on Bulletproof Motorsports night. 61 to Josh Peacock. 2nd going to go to Stephen Moore. 3rd going to go to Eric Eichstad. 4th, Kyle Moyer, David Blackberg, Kevin Prettyman, Ron Piles, Jim Revis, Henry Jones, and Caleb Reif. And the number 32 going to finish up 10. So we're going to take a brief pause for the cause, make our way on down to BladeNode.com Victory Lane and get our interviews with our top 3 drivers here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for sport racing. We're down in BladeNode.com Victory Lane here. First, we're going to catch a word with the BladeNode.com driver. Driver of the number 12, the Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstad, taking down 3rd. A nice podium finish, a solid finish for that number 12 machine. As you were up there fighting for that 2nd spot there, Eric, with Stephen Moore quite a few different times, and then it looked like you hit the wall just a tad bit, may have screwed up your car. Was that the case?
Yeah, I bounced off the wall and got kind of tight after that. I don't know. I gave him everything I had, and I get a run in on him, and just kind of the wrong timing, kind of come up or down or whatever. But yeah, we gave her a shot though.
Definitely, these podium finishes got to be helping. Got to be helping you, Eric. Having some great podium finishes here as of late. A 3rd place finish here in the late models against the cast of characters that finished in front of you. But that's nothing to shake your head at, is it?
No, it's not. Guys are good, man. You know, I don't claim to be all that great in these things, and just to run with them and maybe get on a podium once in a while. It's a good time. I always enjoy bringing the Blade Node late model into Victory Lane.
And definitely good to see you back down here in BladeNode.com Victory Lane here for a 3rd place finish on the podium. But Eric, I'm going to the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. Or like to thank you this evening.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank Full Velocity. You guys rock coming back on for another season with us. I think everything's been put in stone here. I would thank BladeNode.com for coming back on again. Right now we got the Heartland Harley Davidson, Junk Fabrications, a new sponsor coming in helping out DWRL. What else we got? We got the Boss. We got Evil One Graphics. I'm missing a few here. Kind of sweating. I had the heater on over here. It's getting kind of warm, but I think everyone. I think Jim, DWRL putting his stuff on. I know we've been behind the scenes making stuff happen, trying to get ready for next season here. So everything's going good. I hope to see you guys, all the viewers and stuff, back on for next season.
Oh, definitely going to be back on for next season. Everything's good. We'll be back Wednesday and Sunday nights here over to DWRL. So thank you guys for having us, having the support, and continue to having the support there. Thank the great sponsors that help these guys out, man. Junk Fabrications and BladeNode.com. Without them, I mean, I know Blade Node helps us out a ton too. So without those guys, it doesn't make things as easy to happen.
Yeah, you damn right. Got a big thanks to Sam Perry and Vlad. Them guys step up and they enjoy being behind the scenes, watching this stuff, and I'm glad they believe in us to keep putting on a good show for them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up third place here tonight, driver of the BladeNode.com, Eichstad Raps number 12 machine. That's the Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstad. So we're going to make our way on down here to second place, driver of the number 73 Bulletproof Motorsports, Stephen Moore, taking down second here tonight. Looked like you had a good battle going on there with Eric for a tad bit, and then you guys were able to gap. And man, it just looked like Josh, nobody had anything for him tonight.
Yeah, me and Eric had a good run there. Towards probably the last 10 laps, I started pulling a gap on him pretty good. I kind of had nothing for Peacock there tonight.
Yeah, definitely was a fast car, though. A second place finish here tonight. And nothing to hang your head about there, Steven. Bulletproof Motorsports 1-2 once again, as you guys have been accustomed to being up front here as of late. And it's definitely good to on a sponsored night here again by the Bulletproof Motorsports member to sponsor the night here at the Pro Late Models. I mean, tell us about your race. How do you come at a track like this, Steven, and then able to finish second? But how do you come at a track like this? This is one of my difficult tracks to handle. I don't know how to get around here that well.
Yeah, this track can change up pretty quickly. Usually, if you can kind of hit 1 and 2 right at the bottom there, with hitting the bump going in, you can get a pretty good run coming out of 2. And depends on kind of where the track's at during the state of the race. 3 and 4, either sometimes the bottom's good, you can get a good pull off, or the top is good. And the case tonight was kind of the top side. So kind of once I took my car up there, that's when I started pulling away from Eric.
All right, Steven, as we're accustomed to here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, we give the microphone. The floor is all yours. Take or would like to take here tonight.
Yeah, definitely got to thank Peacock on the win, and or congrats Peacock on the win. My bad, and thank all my teammates at Bulletproof and sponsors TechWell, Race Electronics, JP Designs. I got to thank you guys at Full Velocity for the awesome broadcast you guys do all the time, and lastly, just got to thank my friends and family for the support of my racing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driving the number 73 here tonight, Bulletproof Motorsports number 73, Stephen Moore taking down second here tonight. So we're going to make our way on down to BladeNode.com Victory Lane, where he gets to hoist the trophy here tonight. 1 of 2. He set out to try to double down here tonight. Driver of the JP Designs, number 61, Josh Peacock, taking down another victory here, this time in the Pro Late Models. Josh, man, fantastic fashion and dominating fashion, to say the least. Tell us about your win here tonight.
I mean, I got lucky enough and played down a good lap qualifying, which is, I don't know, it's kind of a flip of the coin. Sometimes I get it here and qualify good, and sometimes I'll qualify mid-pack to the rear, but that helped me a lot. Having clean racetrack in front of you, it's definitely beneficial.
Yeah, definitely beneficial for that number 61. Clean air for anybody to start out front there and have that clean air. And have that clean air out there as the dogs in the background fighting here, but it had the clean air that was going on and able to just check out and let that number 61 dig. And man, that competition yellow, when it brought it closer, it just looked like he was still able to keep in rhythm, because a lot of times what happens is rhythm. Your rhythm goes away when you see a yellow flag, but you were able to stay in the rhythm. How'd you go about staying in the rhythm like that, Josh?
Yeah, it kind of worried me. I don't know. They're about the last. I know they mentioned throwing the competition yellow midway just for fuel. with it being a fixed setup. But I don't know. I kind of broke my rhythm a little bit earlier. I started backing my corner up a little bit more just to save fuel. I got lucky enough at the beginning. They raced long enough for me to pull a little bit of a cushion where I could be able to do that. But yeah, it wasn't really that hard once we come back in. That's the fine where the track was at and run on with it.
All right, Josh. Well, we'll give the microphone line last time, and that way you can thank whoever would like to thank you and get ready for the street stock race coming up here at the BladeNo.com Sunday Night Shootout Series, where you look to double down here at USA International Speedway. Here's the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank.
First off, I think I'm my teammates, Bulletproof Motorsports. I'd like to congratulate Steven on the second place. It's always good to come out here with a 1-2. Well, I thank all the guys at DWR are putting this deal on. I think my sponsors are Tim Cummings, CCM Custom Graphics and Design. I want to thank you guys for coming on board. I want to thank, give a shout out to J-Max. Check him out on Facebook at J-Max Journeys, Jonathan Journeys. I also want to give a huge shout out, to all you guys, you and Phil, and also I give a special shout out to Jack. He goes unnoticed a lot, and he does a lot behind the scenes that I've figured out here as of lately. I'll give a special shout out to him and everybody watching.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking down the big victory here tonight at the DWRL Pro Late Model Series. Josh Peacock in that number 61. He looks to double it down here tonight in the street stocks, where I would be a fool to say that he couldn't be able to do that. It's definitely possible. Peacock, one of the stronger guys in the street stock division. I think he could actually double that down. But until then, we're going to take a brief break, I'm going to say. Here, we're going to have a different link up here in a little bit for the DWRL, BladeNo.com. Sunday Night Shootout Series for the street stocks when they tackle USA International Speedway. But for now, I'm Todd Stanton down there pushing all the controls. That's Jack Truan. Thank you so much for tuning into the Full Velocity Racing Network, and we'll see you here in just a little bit for the Sunday Night Shootout.